Joining me now is Major Alex Boykin. He's a hurricane hunter pilot and mission commander with the 53rd Weather Reconnaissance Squadron. Thank you so much, Major, for being with us. Before we talk about this flight going into the hurricanes, talk about the status of the storm right now and how serious the threat is to the people of Florida.
So we have a serious storm, a serious threat for Florida. I live in Florida and just got home from flying into Milton. What we have right now is a Category 4 storm, and we're seeing some weakening inside the eye, but the overall size of the storm is increasing. So everyone needs to not really pay attention to what number that category is showing. You need to realize that even though the core intensity of the winds are going down, the actual size of the storm is potentially expanding. So I hope everyone in its path get to a safe space. We fly into these storms so folks and our fellow American citizens don't have to be in the path of these storms.
Absolutely. Major Boykin, first talk about what is it like to fly into a storm and how do you stay safe?
So both us Air Force hurricane hunters and partners in NOAA, which y'all are seeing some of NOAA's flight yesterday while we were in the storm with them. Every storm is different. Obviously, Milton has been taking some of these guys here for quite a ride. Some storms can be extremely violent as we're passing through. Others can be not as much, but much more of a bumpy ride than your average turbulence on your commercial flight. But every storm's different. Milton is definitely been one for the books.
And how do you stay safe? Because I have to say, just on a normal commercial flight, a little bit of turbulence makes a lot of flyers nervous. I can't even imagine the level of turbulence that you've experienced.
So all the crews that fly into the hurricanes we're trained to do this. The aircraft are built to withstand the types of turbulence and winds that you can have in any category of hurricane. And just like on your commercial flight, you should stay buckled in. You'll stay a lot safer. So we have everything buckled down, and we head into it. Sometimes it's a handful, and that's just what we do.
Yeah, that is amazing. Yeah, you would not have to tell me twice to keep my seatbelt buckled in this situation. Major, talk about what type of information the teams are gathering when you go into these storms.
So we're gathering basically everything that's going on inside the hurricane environment when we go in. Everyone's wanting to know the wind speeds, and that's a real big portion. But that's not just the only thing that's going to impact land. We're measuring sea surface temperature, how wet the eye is with the humidity, how much heat's coming out of that eye, just a whole series of basically everything that atmosphere is doing. And what we're looking for is that geographical center of the low pressure. And once we find that, that's where we can really tell what that storm is doing and what it might do next.
And what is most exciting for you when it comes to flying into these storms, gathering this data? Every single person I know who is, whether they are meteorologists, anybody who is connected to weather, has so much passion surrounding what they do every day. What is that for you?
For me, it's doing this. It's getting the word out to the American people, just so we can protect lives and property. That is why we do this. We're going into these things so hopefully we can get the word out and people actually listen to it. Please protect yourself. Please, if you're not already out of the zone, find a shelter. Just might be a few miles away. You don't have to leave Florida or go hundreds of miles, spend hundreds of dollars for a hotel room. If you can't get out of your spot and you're in a danger zone, go to a local shelter that might just be 3 or 7 miles away. But that's what makes most of us passionate, protecting our fellow Americans.
Hurricane hunter pilot Major Alex Boykin, thank you so much for giving us some of your valuable time. And you also and your family, please stay safe. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.